Hey man, remember me? You want to hang out?
I've got a work meeting in 2 hours, so maybe tomorrow.
But you said you had 2 hours.
It's fair to say that the difference between a successful and unsuccessful person is that one has a sense of urgency and the other doesn't. That sense of urgency effortlessly drives action. They don't have to worry about getting motivated. Urgency means you're pre-motivated.
So your scan here. You'll die unless we perform surgery right now.
Did you see those roast beef sandwiches in the deli
Oh yeah,
over there?
I love that place. But you do need surgery now.
Sorry, I need a sandwich.
Okay, could you get me one too?
If you aren't specific about cultivating urgency, it will happen automatically, but it'll be for things like checking social media or text messages instead of things that can move your life forward right now. When it comes to urgency, desire is the ingredient, but time pressure is the catalyst. Frankly, this means that we're doing everything wrong, because this is how we think urgency is supposed to work. Step 1. I want to lose weight and learn piano and see Finland. This is a conscious desire. Step 2. These desires will create a sense of urgency to drive my action. Step 3. It worked! I'm a slender maestro in Helsinki! But here's what actually happens in practice. Step 1. I want to lose weight, learn piano, see Finland. Conscious desires. Step 2. The doorbell just rang. Amazon delivery. I need to figure out what to wear at the concert tomorrow. Step 3. Jane Doe looked amazing in that dress. Am I even allowed to date coworkers? Step 4. What snacks are in the fridge? Here's a text from Mom. No matter how important something is to you, it won't automatically convert into something urgent. It needs a catalyst for that. Here's the challenge. How long do you have to lose weight? How long do you have to learn piano? How long do you have to make any of your missions, values, or goals come to fruition? Technically speaking, you have until you die. That's hopefully a long time. But that's why these things naturally lack urgency. They're the least urgent things you can think of. So the mistake people make is that they try to leverage their desire into urgency, but that takes a lot of effort for mediocre at best results. Any urgency you manage to create this way is fabricated, almost as if you're lying to yourself, because deep down, you know you can start any day at any time until you die. And that's why we procrastinate, because we know we can. This issue is further compounded by the fact that big dreams can't be done in a day, a week, or a month, or even a year. They generally take multiple years of dedication. So you have forever to do something that will take a lot of time and effort. This equation is the absolute opposite of what the brain considers urgent. Compare that to a text message. It's current, it's small, and it's time sensitive. That's urgent, even if it's just your friend showing you a meme. So, what's the answer? It's hidden in this fact. When you perceive yourself to have a limited amount of time to do something, and you can do it right now, it becomes urgent.
I want it now! I want cake now! I want it now!
It's that simple. But perceive is a key word there, because we can actually do whatever we want and suffer the consequences. If I shoot you a text, you can ignore it for 77 years. I might get mad at you for that, but it's your choice. You assign the level of urgency. So, why can't you just decide to give your dreams more urgency? Well, you absolutely can. And while it is easy to do so, it isn't as automatic as assigning high urgency to Jane Doe's texts. To create real urgency for your longer term aspirations, here's what you need to do.
Step 1. Break your project down into specific actions.
Step 2. Give yourself daily deadlines for those actions. That's it. A giant project cannot be urgent. Urgent things are doable things, and you can't do a giant project immediately. This is why your brain so frequently insta-rejects your dream project in favor of social media. Your dream project is way more important, obviously, but social media is way more urgent and doable. You undoubtedly desire the big project more, I know, but the small amount of desire you have to see what's on social media has that notification catalyst that your big project lacks. We all realize that life is short, and something like becoming the person you want to become can't happen soon enough. It just won't ever seem that way until you convert it into a format your brain understands as urgent. You have to give it a time-based catalyst. So let's break down the earlier examples and make them urgent. Visit Finland. First, let's break this down into actions. Perhaps the first step is to save enough money to be able to afford the trip. So you calculate that you need $5,000. So with this in mind, you break that down into working for money. So you dedicate 2 hours of your time as a freelance editor on Upwork.com, and you do it every Thursday and Friday. At an hourly rate of $40 per hour, which is typical for this job, that's 125 hours you needed, or 63 days of your 2-hour workdays, Thursday, Friday. Visit Finland has been converted into an urgent task that activates every Thursday and Friday. Isn't it interesting, though, that your urgency for visiting Finland now isn't even related to Finland? It's editing work. Your desire for Finland had to be converted into editing. It's a little bit strange, but that's what you need to do to make Finland urgent. Understanding this direct connection, you might pick up extra work to reach your target faster because you finally activated your desire with a time-based catalyst. As you're grinding, you can smile because you're picturing visiting the happiest country in the world. Your Finland visit just went from a pipe dream to probably within a year. Lose weight. I wrote a book about how to do this, and it's called Mini Habits for Weight Loss. A mini habit is urgent because it is small and easy to do. An example would be 1 push-up per day. That's the one I started with that changed my life. Now, losing weight is a huge, complex undertaking, so mini habits for weight loss are individual decisions you make during meals. Learn piano. Let's break this down into studying music and practicing music. Then we can break those down into daily or weekly targets by time, by book pages read, or by songs practiced. I recommend making all of the above mini habits, which can be completed in a minute or less. This reduces friction and increases urgency. If you string together enough of these short-term urgent tasks that you've created, you'll look back and see that you created urgency for these longer-term goals, just not in the way most people visualize it happening. Here's a big point to remember. Desire alone is not enough. Give that desire a time-based catalyst and you're in business. That's how you create urgency for any area of your life. My name is Stephen Guise. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you the next time I make a video. Like this if you want more.
But you said you had 2 hours.